In a major twist, music mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs has been denied bail after being charged with SA and racketeering. The shocking allegations involve forcing women into freak-off sex parties and keeping them silent through violence and blackmail. This news has rocked not only the music industry, but also the general public, with many now wondering just how deep this scandal goes. Let's break down the details of Diddy's legal situation, his horrifying conditions in jail, and the potential for even bigger names to be caught up in this.
Battle music mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs will remain behind bars on charges that include sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy after a second judge overseeing his federal criminal case denied him bond once again.
The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot.
Outside the New York City courthouse, his lawyer defiant.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent, and we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
On Tuesday, Diddy's legal team made a desperate attempt to get their client out on bail, offering a staggering $50 million and promising that Diddy would not allow any women into his home. Despite these assurances, the judge wasn't convinced, citing Diddy's past history of witness tampering and his potential to be a flight risk. The judge made the decision to keep him behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC. This jail is notorious for its horrific conditions, including stabbings, blackouts, and violent outbreaks. Diddy will now have to endure life in a facility where even high-profile inmates like Ghislaine Maxwell and R. Kelly struggled to survive. With only 1 hour of rec time a day and 3 showers a week, Diddy's life of luxury is a distant memory.
Sean "Diddy" Combs is locked up in a federal jail that has been plagued by harsh conditions and violence. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn has seen multiple deaths in recent years. An inmate was stabbed to death in July, and several others have died by suicide. It's these reasons, among others, that Combs' lawyers are fighting to get him out of there. They want him released on bail rather than being kept in jail while he awaits trial on sex trafficking charges. Combs is just the latest high-profile defendant to be locked up at MDC Brooklyn. Before him, there were R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried.
Diddy's crimes reportedly stretch back over a decade, with the federal investigation uncovering a chilling history of SA and racketeering. He allegedly forced women into sexual acts at these infamous parties while secretly recording everything. The government has over 300 grand jury subpoenas and collected evidence from banks, tech companies, hotels, and escort services. They also have testimony from dozens of victims and evidence pulled directly from Diddy's personal devices. The freak-off parties involved male prostitutes, and the footage is reportedly key evidence against him.
As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them.
Diddy isn't the only name being whispered in connection with this investigation. Jay-Z, another longtime friend and business partner, has also been linked to Diddy's infamous parties. Many are now wondering if Jay-Z and other prominent figures might be next to face charges.
50 Cent is saying Jay-Z is going to be exposed next after Diddy. So Jay-Z had a close relationship with Diddy throughout his career, and 50 Cent pointed out that Jay seems to be missing after all the raids rained down on Diddy. Jay-Z was allegedly named on Epstein's client list. Epstein is a prolific child predator who would serve up underage girls to the elites. Epstein would fly out his clients and the girls to a private remote island in the Caribbean where they could get away with it and the girls couldn't escape because they were surrounded by sharks. It's been rumored Jay-Z had his own private island where the same stuff went down with Diddy, and we haven't seen the footage until now. and the similarities to Epstein are startling. It's in a remote part of the Caribbean and it has a landing strip. After Diddy's private jet landed in the Caribbean, it suspiciously went off the radar. So users are suspecting Jay's private island is where Diddy disappeared to, or at least hiding evidence. And they are also suspecting that this is where the hip-hop Predator ring occurred.
Federal investigators are said to be looking into whether other high-profile executives and celebrities participated in these illegal gatherings. If the allegations are true, we could be seeing the fall of some of the most powerful figures in the music industry.
Text messages are being made public in the sex trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs. During his bail appeal, NBC reporters inside the courtroom report that Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson read out loud the texts that Diddy reportedly sent to Cassie Ventura after an altercation in a hotel in 2016. She references security video of the event that went public, showing Diddy hitting his then-girlfriend in a hotel hallway. The texts from Diddy at the time read, quote, "Call me, the cops are here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please call, I'm surrounded. You gonna abandon me all alone?" The assistant U.S. attorney argues in court that, quote, the defendant knew he had done something that could elicit police response. She stated that if the music producer were freed from jail, it may prevent witnesses from testifying against him, and denied his bail a second time. E! News has reached out to reps for Cassie and Diddy for comment and has not yet heard back. The texts were brought up in relation to the federal indictment against the music mogul, which alleges that, quote, for decades, Diddy abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
With witness testimony and recordings coming to light, this is far from over. In my opinion, this scandal is just the tip of the iceberg. With Diddy now sitting in one of the most dangerous jails in New York, it's hard to imagine him walking away from this unscathed. And if there's anyone else involved, whether it's Jay-Z or other major players in the industry, they should be worried. The feds are building what looks like an airtight case. What do you think? Is Diddy about to bring down even more celebrities with him?
Hip-hop, R&B, the music industry. I'm not talking about actors and actresses. I'm talking about Hollywood in terms of the music industry. It's in a world of trouble right now because you don't know whose name is attached to P. Diddy, and you don't know where the dominoes are gonna fall. You see, when R. Kelly, with his pedophile ass self, was being pursued by law enforcement, by prosecutors and what have you, it was just him. It was just him. There might have been some people who knew or thought or heard or whatever the case may be, but they wanted him, okay? They wanted him. When you look at P. Diddy, it almost seems clear. It's not just him thereafter. These are RICO charges. It's an indictment. It's Homeland Security.
What do you think about Diddy's arrest? Do you think we'll see more people get caught up in this scandal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates from What's the Gossip. Stay tuned for more breaking news.